Okay, messing with my lighting again. This is Viola from Ohio, coming to you live, day 11 of the video challenge. And I'm just waiting till I see some more people hop on here to let me know that you can hear me. Hey, Samuel, can you hear me okay? If somebody can give me a thumbs up, that would be awesome. You can make sure you hear me okay. Tonight's the night I'm going to talk about CBD, the little that I know about it. But I'm going to share some stuff that I've learned, some research that I've done. Give it my best shot anyway. So if somebody can give me a thumbs up, let me know you can hear me okay. That would be awesome. I don't like to start until I know my sound's coming through okay. Hey, babe. Can you hear me okay? I'm not seeing any thumbs or anything coming through, so I'm just making sure that I'm not choppy before I start. I think I have decent service in here. You guys hear me okay? Okay, awesome, thank you. Thank you guys. My phone's acting a little bit different tonight, so I'm not sure why, but so I saw the thumbs. That was probably 10 from one person. But anyways, do me a favor as you hop on. Thanks for letting me know. As you hop on here tonight, or if you're watching, if you've ever used CBD, to just comment. Maybe just comment, yes, I've used it, or whatever. Let me know. I'm just curious. When I go back over the video later, I'll be curious to know who all have used it or are using it or anything like that. So I hope this is working okay. So anyways, from the little bit of research I've done, according to a farm bill that was passed in 2014, is what legalized the use, or we can buy, use, sell, whatever, CBD oil in all 50 states now. So what that did was it created a huge interest in the industry or in the market, and that's why it's like when you go to the newsstand, you see it on magazines, or it's on the news and TV. There's been a lot of research done, and so when it was legalized, I think that's when all that stuff started popping up. So I made some notes tonight, and I know there was a bunch of people that were waiting for me to get on here. Maybe I got on a little bit early, because I'm not seeing some of those yet, and I want to make sure they get the information. Anyways, I have a lot of notes because I want to make sure I cover some questions that I've gotten, so I made a bunch of notes. According to, I was listening to one doctor that was talking about it on YouTube, and he said that in their, like in the medical research, CBD oil is one of the most beneficial nutritional supplement for neurological and immunological, I can't really say that word, but neurological and like for your nervous system and immune system. Hi, Edith. So that makes total sense because I'm on a group on Facebook. There's over 50,000 people on this testimonials group on Facebook, and every day there's so many testimonials of what CBD oil is doing for them. And it makes sense that of what it does for the nervous system and the immune system. And from what I've researched, and believe me, I don't know that much about it, is because I went to YouTube and I listened to some guys that were pot smokers or marijuana users before, and now they're using CBD. And what they're saying is that by taking the THC out of it, which is the psychoactive part of the hemp plant or the cannabis plant. By taking that out, it leaves all the health benefits that they really like without without the high or the drugged feeling and all the crap that comes with taking THC. So they're excited because now they can use CBD and get all the health benefits, feel good. One guy was saying that now he gets all these health benefits and can go out and work and feels good. His life is totally changed from before, when he was, all about using marijuana and, legalizing marijuana and all that stuff. Now he's a total believer in the CBD. So I thought that was interesting. One guy, I listened to a doctor describe it as he used like a musical mobile. You know how you hang over your crib for kids? And he explained how our nervous system is like one of those mobiles with all the hanging parts and everything. And when something goes wrong, let's say there's a bunch of stars, hanging from the music thing. And when something goes wrong, he said we try to fix that little part that's hanging from the mobile, and pretty soon the whole mobile goes kind of crooked, or it drags or hangs. And he explained that what the CBD does, cannabinoids is what they're called, CBD for short, is it balances the central pivoting part on the mobile. So it balances the whole system. That's just in layman's terms, because he used a lot of big words that I don't remember. But that helped me understand better too on why it seems to work so good, because a lot of the testimonials are from people with autoimmune issues where they are slaves to the medicines. They go to the doctor and the doctor will tell them, well, you have lupus or fibromyalgia or, I don't know, there's so many different ones. And they prescribe one medication, has side effects, so they get another one, and there's just this vicious cycle with no answers. And there's so many testimonials of these guys getting off their medications and all these side effects and having their life back. So that's really exciting. For me, that's really exciting. And the other thing too, and I hope I can see questions. If you guys have questions, I'm hoping I can see them. And sorry, those of you that follow me know that I need new glasses and that I tilt my head. I'm not looking down my nose at you. I'm trying to read my phone. I'm just hoping that I can catch questions as they come on, because absolutely feel free to ask questions. I'm not guaranteeing I have the answers. Probably won't sometimes, but it's... I know, Milo, that's so true. That'll be fun. He said that there in California, they should be able to take a whole bunch of people off marijuana. And that's exciting, because I don't care if you're hooked on drugs or like the prescription drugs or other drugs. This is an answer to so many people with so many issues. Some interesting facts is that for so many years, the farmers weren't allowed to grow hemp. Where, I don't even know what year, but early 1900s maybe, long time ago, it was required that you grow hemp because of the value. There's 25,000 products that can be made out of hemp, and you could even use it for, currency. So if you research that a little bit, it's really interesting. Then it got outlawed and became illegal to grow it, and it wasn't even because of the THC factor. It was because somebody higher up thought it would put too many businesses out of business because of all the paper products and stuff that we use that can be made out of hemp. I thought that was pretty interesting. So now it's legal to grow it again under some farm bill that was in 2014. And it's popping up all over the place. So it can almost be confusing when you go online and you do research on, what to buy and where to buy. I know it was for me. And, but there's some scientific studies that have been done, and it's published on PubMed somewhere. I haven't printed it out, but I just read about it, that CBD can actually grow new brain cells. And I think that's pretty interesting because so many, like a lot of, if you struggle with anxiety or depression or have done like major drugs in the past or anything like that, that really affects the brain. And so to have a natural supplement, or like a nutritional supplement like that, that can affect the brain is pretty huge, I think. Because so many really good things that we take, there's a lot of good stuff out there to take, but a lot of those won't cross into the brain. They don't cross that, they call it the blood-brain barrier. And so this is kind of cool. Watching for for questions. And I don't know, I was trying to think of some more questions I just had recently. That's some of the research I've done. I go to YouTube, I go to the internet, wherever, and I'll just research, when I have a question myself. I like to do that. But the reason I got it was I have shoulder stuff. And my mom, like at 60, had both of her shoulders, she had surgeries on both of her shoulders. I don't plan to do that. So I'm like within 10 years of when she had hers done, and I sure don't want to do that. So that's what I started using it for. Got great results. I take about 8 drops in the morning, and I'll take 4 or 5 in the afternoon. That's usually my regimen. A lot of people, different people do different things with that. Migraines. My migraines have been so much better. And when I do wake up with one, I take like 8 drops under my tongue. And it has the same effect, because I keep the migraine formula of aspirin, caffeine, and whatever's in the migraine formula. And about 8 drops of these, hi Kathy, it looks, the stuff we take looks like that. Oops, I think my camera's backwards. I don't know how to fix it. Anyways, it's the HempWorks brand, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. A little bit goes a long way, that's for sure, because it's pretty strong stuff. One of our sons was getting hives really bad. Like every afternoon he'd break out in hives. Terrible. Just big welts on his back and his arms. So I told him he should try it. Just see what happens. And he didn't get any hives. The first night that he took it, he didn't get any hives. Which I told him makes me think it might have been stress related, because maybe the CBD calmed him down. So I don't know, stress or allergies or something. He has had a couple like smaller breakouts since he's taking the CBD, but for the most part, it's just way better. So I like to say it's not a cure. CBD oil is not a cure. It's a nutritional supplement. We can never say that a nutritional supplement cures, because most of the time it doesn't. It simply, or I think it simply helps balance out our system so that our bodies can do what it was intended to do. That's my opinion. That it's not, CBD oil doesn't cure, it doesn't heal necessarily. In the end it does, but we're not allowed to say that anyways. Big Pharma doesn't let us say that anything cures or heals besides their medicine. So, looking at my notes. The other reason I love CBD oil is it's safe for anyone to take. People give it to their kids, ADHD kids especially. There's a lot of moms that love the oil for their kids. And babies, I heard of one mom that was using it for a teething baby, a rash. Now I like to, when I put it on my skin, I have a lotion, a CBD lotion as well that I use. But if I put the oil on my skin, I like to mix it with some other natural lotion that I really like. And, put it on my skin. But you can put it directly on your skin as well. Mix it in your toothpaste for whiter teeth. I've heard that works. 50,000 people on the testimonials page there's almost anything on there. Anything you can think of, any medication, any disease or issue. So if some of you have specific questions about maybe a certain health issue, if it would help it, just send me a message then, and I can check on that page for you and see, what others are saying about it. The brand that we use, and I'm sure there's other good CBD oils out there. And I'm going to give you a few tips on what I've learned to look for in a good one. But the brand that we use is HempWorks. That's a 500 milligram bottle, 500 milligrams in an ounce. And then they also have a 750 milligrams in an ounce. And what you want to watch for when you check out, CBD oils is, I saw one recently where it looked like it was cheaper, and I thought, that's interesting, because ours is really economically priced with a lot of the CBD oils out there. And so it was a 2-ounce bottle. It had 750 milligrams, but it was in 2 ounces. So it still didn't have the strength. So, if 750 per 1 ounce or 750 per 2 ounce, there's a difference in the strength there. The strength ratio, if that makes sense. The other reason that I chose HempWorks is because it's local, like it's grown in the U.S. in Kentucky. I've heard that some companies get it shipped in or something. I don't know if that's true, but this is grown in Kentucky, and everything is regulated. They have a team of scientists on board, like on site, I think, that tests every batch legally. To consume, own, or buy CBD oil, it has to have less than 0.3% of THC in it. And the goal is to get it to 0 THC. But the purer the oil, the harder it is to get all the THC out of it. You'll find extracts and isolates on the internet, and they have no THC in them, but they're not nearly as potent and as, they don't work as well as the real oil does. Or that's what people are saying, that have tried both. I have not tried the other one. I'm just going by what others are saying. It's not cheap. No matter where you buy it, it's not cheap. Or I think it's not cheap. Now, cheap is what you say it is. I have spent way more than, $69 for something that lasted for a lesser amount of time. One of these bottles, if you just buy one, is $69 plus shipping. And it lasts, for one person, it lasts well over a month. Unless you're going to take, way too much, which you shouldn't. That's awesome, Milo. In 2 days of 500 milligram, 5 drops twice a day, and my sciatica to left leg was completely gone. Not even a twinge since, after 3 weeks now. That's so awesome. I love those stories. It's crazy. It's crazy how fast it works. And don't ask, sometimes I hesitate to even say that because people are like, yeah, whatever, it can't work that fast. All I'm saying is, people share what their experiences are. Something you want to watch for is, like when you're comparing on the internet, is you want full spectrum. Like I said, full spectrum. Not, hi Marilyn, not isolate or extract. And, you can do what you want. I'm just telling you what I think. And you don't want fillers in it. So many of the cheaper oils have fillers in them, and I've seen some of those labels. Why would you want anything in it except what you want in it? This, I think, has pressed hemp seed oil, hemp-derived CBD. Yeah, there's no filler in this one. It just has the carrier in HempWorks is hemp oil, and the carrier in a lot of CBD oils out there is either MTC, which is or MCT. It's like a coconut oil, and there's a few other oils. And my preference is, if I'm taking hemp CBD oil, why shouldn't the carrier be hemp oil? I don't understand how that all works, but they felt that was the best way to do it. A cold processed, and put it in the hemp oil. So those are just a few things to check when you're checking the, comparing price-wise per strength or whatever out there. And I'll add a link then here below for where you can buy the HempWorks, because that's a good place to buy it. And I'm just looking at my notes to make sure I didn't miss anything. Does anybody have any questions? Any specific questions? Because I'm just kind of rambling on what I made some notes and some of the research that I have done so far. I'm probably forgetting some things. How to buy HempWorks is, some of you have been to my website, I'm sure. I am an affiliate, because when I went to buy mine, they have a really cool system. You can just buy product, $69 a bottle, or there's some creams. I use a relief cream on a psoriasis that I have on my leg, and it's really working good on that. I'll post some pictures eventually. So they have that. There's a couple other, there's like 5 or 6 products, and there's pet products. There's CBD for pet. CBD oil for pet, I guess. Pets is a huge thing, and we don't have pets yet. I think we'll have one soon, but for like separation anxiety and different things, people love it for their pets, and the pets love it. And one lady's dog quit peeing on her carpet as soon as she started giving it to him, so that would be worth it, I think. Anyways, when you go, if you want to buy something, or if you're interested in looking at more info, shoot me a message or whatever. Or on Facebook. But I'll also add a link somewhere in the description or somewhere on here when I post it. Excuse me, I'm going to have to get a drink. But I did. I became an affiliate when I bought mine, because for a one-time fee of $20, it was like, why not? That way it gave me a website with, that I can share with people, a marketing system. Everything's free to use. The commission plan that they have is all product-based. So it's all product, you make some money. And so far it's paid for whatever I've used. So that was pretty cool. For $20, it was like a no-brainer because it pays for what we use. And yes, you can, Kathy. You can mix the oil with food as long as it doesn't get hot. Peppermint flavored is what we use. The original flavored tastes like weeds, and I don't like it. But you could mix it with some cold stuff. It's under our tongue. Sorry about that. I think I'm back on. I had a phone coming. I would recommend just needs, but she might try to call me again. So hopefully not. Yeah, under your tongue and let your body absorb it is how we take it. That's the best way to take it. And so yeah, there's a couple different options to buy it, but it's all on the link, or you can send me a message. And otherwise, unless there's questions, liquid, you mean if you can mix it with liquid, Kathy? It's an oil, so depending what liquid you try to mix it with, it might not mix well. Is it stuck for you, Fanny? Is the video stuck? I had my daughter try to call, and it might have messed my video up. Okay, might just have to post it then, if it just wants to cut out. Is it still cutting out, Fanny? I'm sorry. The beauty of technology. Okay, hey, thanks, guys. I know sometimes technology is lovely and the next time it doesn't work. But it seems like when I get a phone call or a text, then it messes up. And I need a new phone. But anyways, yeah, Kathy, were you asking if you could mix it with liquid, like just any liquid? Because I'm guessing you could, but like I said, it was an oil. It's an oil, so it might not mix too well. Yeah, you could try it, but if you're worried about, not being able to take it, I would try taking it first, and then maybe mix it with just a little bit of juice. Yeah, I'm sure you could. Like just a little bit, swish it and drink it. I don't know why you couldn't do that. I never have, but I'm guessing you could too. So, okay. The other an interesting fact is one doctor said that there's a couple ways our bodies can actually make or produce cannabinoids. I think that's the right word, like for CBD. And that's a mother's breast milk has it, and a runner's high, like when a runner, I don't know what that is, but because I don't run, but if a runner runs and they get, like, they push beyond their limits and this euphoria hits them, that's another way. And so it must have the same effect as like endorphins on our system or something, because the meditation where you just zone out and you get refreshed does the same thing. He was saying it has the same effect on the body. So that's kind of cool. It affects our nervous system, balances everything out. So anyways, if nobody has any questions, I'll probably yes, Kathy, I would think you could mix it with juice. If you just had a little bit of juice, that you could mix it with that and it would be fine. As far as the difference, for me, we've all just used the 500 milligram strength. But if you know somebody that has chronic pain, like really severe pain, then the 750 is recommended for that. And you just start out with like 3 to 4 drops twice a day, and then take more. There's 1,000 drops in a bottle, so you do the math. You know how many days it will last at like 10 drops a day. Would last a long time then. But we have so many people, I mean, all our kids are using it, and yeah, sleeping better, feeling better, all that good stuff. So, but I'm not going to keep you here. I'm going to sign off, and I'll meet you in the comments. Questions, we can continue discussing them there, but that was my video for tonight, and I will see you tomorrow night.